the whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
So Madden 25 is going to be dropping here in about a month or so it's time to start doing my core elite predictions, and today we start off with quarterbacks. I do want to give a shout out to Zach Cody for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, for those of you guys that have signed up already on Underdog Fantasy using code ZERK, be on the lookout. Honestly, it may even be live by the time this video is going live. I'm not exactly sure what day you guys will be seeing this video, but there is going to be something coming for code ZERK users only on Underdog. And if you guys check out Underdog Fantasy right now using code ZERK, you'll get up to $250 in bonus funds and a 0.5 special the day you guys do sign up. And not only that, like I said, be on the lookout for only code ZERK users, and also let you guys know, this won't be the only time this year that you'll get something. Also, I do want to let you guys know that I'm actually going to be bulk recording a bunch of these core elite predictions here, quarterback and a bunch of other positions, because by the time you guys are watching the video, either college football drops today or it's already out. So make sure you guys go ahead and sub to Zirksee CFB. That is my college football channel. Everything I do over here revolving around Madden Ultimate Team, tips, pack openings, covering content, all that. I'm doing all of that on Zirksee CFB for the college football 25. On top of that, I'm also going to be doing Dynasty, going to be doing Road to Glory, and I'm going to be using that channel literally all year long. So for those of you guys who are into college football, check that channel out. Let's get into this. All right, guys, so starting off, I'm going to let you guys know this right now. This is obviously not going to be every single core elite quarterback in the game. To start off Madden 24, I believe we had like 16 core elite QBs. I'm not doing all those. Obviously, that's also very tricky to kind of figure out, you know, the 80 overalls, whatever. But I'm going to be doing the top 10 core elite quarterbacks. When it comes to other positions that we will do, that will also depend on, you know, how many core elites necessarily we had for that position in Madden 24. But with that being said, let's get into this. I have my top 10 core elite QBs to go over here, and of course some players are going to be left off because they might be the same overall, or at least I think they're going to be the same overall as somebody else, so they just will not be mentioned in this video. So with that being said, starting off, guys, Jordan Love is going to come in at number 10. He's an 82 overall. That is at least what I predict he will be to start off Madden 25. Obviously, you know, he finally had a breakout season. He played very, very good. He was second in the NFL with 32 passing touchdowns. He was 7th in the NFL with 4,100 yards, and he was also 9th in the NFL with QBR. So you might think, all right, maybe he deserves to be a little bit higher actually than 10th. But of course, when a player is kind of like a breakout season like this, after not really doing all of that much, obviously so because he just wasn't starting, EA sometimes isn't the easiest to kind of give these guys super high overall cards. So Jordan Love, I think he's going to come in and be at 82 overall. That is the only 82, by the way, in this video. Next up, guys, we have Tua. Now, Tua started off in Madden 24 with an 83 overall core elite. I think he's going to get, again, an 83 overall core elite. Now, I know that he led the NFL in passing yards with 4,624, and he was actually tied for 5th with touchdowns with 29 TDs. The previous year, he had 3,500 yards, so he had 1,000 more yards. He also had 4 more touchdowns than 2022, but he had 14 interceptions, whereas in 2022, we only threw 8 interceptions. So Tua, maybe I'm undervaluing him here, and he could potentially be an 84 overall, but I'm telling you guys right now, it's really, really hard to do these core elite prediction videos, and I'm not going to be, of course, accurate on every single player, but I think Tua, I honestly think he's going to stay the same and be at 83. After that, we have Joe Burrow. Now, obviously, Joe Burrow, he just straight up did not play a ton. He only had 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. In terms of, you know, games actually played, he only played in 10 games, and that's not even 10 full games because obviously Burrow got injured. So Joe Burrow, I do think he's going to come down in overall. He's obviously still a top quarterback, but injury does take into effect here sometimes. Sometimes the EA, you'll be surprised, right? A player will get injured and their overall will stay the exact same, even if they only played a couple of games and didn't play all that good. And then next year they'll come out and the card will be the same overall. But Joe Burrow, I've got him coming down from an 85 overall to an 84 overall. After that, we have CJ Stroud. I also believe that Stroud is going to come in at an 84 overall. Now, I do think there is a major reason why I have CJ Stroud here as an 84, and why I had Jordan Love getting an 82 overall, by the way, because I know people are going to bring that up. How is that possible? You mentioned how Jordan Love had a breakout season, and CJ Stroud just did as well. Well, the thing is with CJ Stroud, his stats, he had 23 touchdowns, but only 5 interceptions in his rookie season. He also did have 4,108 yards. I know the touchdowns do not add up to Jordan Love, but I think having only the 5 interceptions there, the fact that he also did win Offensive Rookie of the Year, that is going to come into factor here with EA, and kind of in general, I think a lot of people would probably take CJ Stroud over Jordan Love. I don't think there's any hate towards the Packers on my end from saying that. Obviously, as a Cowboys fan, I don't think so. I just think majority of people right now, if you gave them the option, pick between CJ Stroud or Jordan Love, you're going to take CJ Stroud. So CJ Stroud here, I do have him at an 84 overall. And I will let you guys know that starting off Madden 24, we actually did have quite a few 84 overall QBs. We did also have just one 85, which was Joe Burrow. And we had two 86s in Mahomes and also Josh Allen, which my list, little bit different, so we'll see if it ends up working out here. But next up, the final 84 overall quarterback that I have, guys, is Jared Goff. Jared Goff obviously played really, really good this season. He had an 80 overall coming into this year, which I thought was really interesting because the previous year, I mean, he had 29 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, 4,400 yards. This year, slightly better. He had a 67.3% completion percentage, which is higher than his 65.1. He was 4th in the NFL in touchdowns with 30. He was also 2nd in the NFL in passing yards with 4,575. I think getting that second year where he basically just did it again. He did throw 5 more interceptions, but he was 2nd in the NFL this year in passing yards, threw for more yards, had 1 more passing touchdown, better completion percentage. I think he's finally going to get some respect here and get an 84 overall card. After that, guys, we're going to start getting into the 85 overalls, and this is where things are going to be interesting because like I told you guys, last year we had 2 86s, 1 85. I have a couple more 85s than that, so we'll see if maybe EA is going to go that way or some of these overalls are going to get knocked down. We'll have to find out there. But Brock Purdy, obviously, just absolutely insane year. Okay, 5th in passing yards with 4,280. He had 31 passing touchdowns, which was 3rd in the NFL, led the NFL in QBR, and for the majority of the season, we thought he was going to be the NFL MVP. 4,280 yards, 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. As I said, he led the NFL in QBR with 72.8, 113 passer rating as well. He just played absolutely phenomenal. So Brock Purdy, I have to put some respect on him and give him an 85 overall card. But honestly, if EA is going to disrespect somebody, it really might be Purdy. After that, we have Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen did get an 86 overall to start off Madden 24, which I'll be honest, I was actually kind of surprised. But of course, you know, with him also being on the cover, yeah, he was going to get an 86 overall, but I thought for sure he'd get like an 85. He ended up getting an 86, and then this year, he had 6 less passing touchdowns, 20 more passing yards. He also had 4 more interceptions as well. However, he actually had 15 rushing TDs this year, whereas last year, he only had 7. So obviously a big difference there when it does come to the touchdowns. He did also have 3 less fumbles than the previous year. But I do think because of the more interceptions, less passing touchdowns as well, I actually have him coming down from an 86. And I think he's going to get an 85 overall. As I said, guys, last year, we actually only had one 85 overall quarterback, but I mean, I think you guys can agree with me going through this list here. I think we deserve to have multiple 85s potentially. And Dak Prescott, I also have him getting an 85 overall. He was 1st in the NFL in passing touchdowns with 36. He had 4,516 passing yards, which was 3rd in the NFL. And he only had 9 interceptions, whereas the year before that, he had 15 interceptions. He also had a 105.9 passer rating, whereas the previous year only had a 91.1. His QBR this year was 72.7. The previous year, 59.9. And in terms of rushing yards, he had 60 more rushing yards, 1 more rushing TD as well. Overall, just a better year. So there's no doubt he's going to go up from an 83. And I mean, looking at those stats, that screams 85. With that being said, as I have kind of alluded to here, I believe once again we are going to get 286 overall quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, he won MVP. okay? He won MVP. He had an 84 overall coming into this year. He threw for 3,678 yards. He threw for 24 passing touchdowns, had 7 interceptions, and then he had 821 rushing yards with 5 rushing touchdowns, which is about 60 more rushing yards than the year prior, 2 more rushing touchdowns than the year prior, 1,400 passing yards more, 7 more passing touchdowns, and the same amount of interceptions, as well as a 5% completion percentage increase as well. So again, he's got to go up from his 84. He won MVP. I think it makes sense. He's got to be an 86. And I don't even really think you guys need me to explain this. It's Patrick Mahomes, okay? He was 6th in the NFL in passing yards. He was 8th in the NFL in passing touchdowns. It's Mahomes. I know that he went down from 41 touchdowns in 2022 to 27 touchdowns in 2023, but I don't think there's any doubt about it. If you ask anybody in the entire world who's the best quarterback in the NFL, I think we all know that it's Patrick Mahomes here. So Patrick Mahomes, he's staying at his 86 overall. He's not going anywhere. So that being said, guys, those are my top 10 core elite quarterbacks to start off Madden 25. Obviously, I'm not going to be 100% correct. Absolutely will not be. You guys can argue down below and let me know if you think I'm biased with any of these. I'm sure, just like every year, you guys tell me that I'm going to be wrong with these. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. I will catch you guys very, very shortly here with another position with their core elite predictions. Make sure you guys go ahead and sub up to Zirksee CFB. I'm going to be pumping out a ton of videos over there. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.